All right, people, we've got Dune Part 2, the trailer, has just come out today. We had the teaser trailer come out yesterday, which was a bit of a profile of the characters and their, kind of a cinematic view of the new people that we're going to be seeing as well, which is very interesting. I loved the first Dune, and as a result, listened to the audiobook of Dune. As I listened to it, I realized how much of an influence it's had on our modern day sci-fi pop culture. It sounded like, as I was listening to it, I was like, this sounds like Star Wars, this sounds like Star Trek, this sounds a little bit like, there's a little bit of this feeling in, or aspects of these characters in and these people and these cultures spread out amongst a lot of the stuff that we watch and love right now. So it's one of those kind of OG books, which if you had to read it today, you would still be blown away by its storytelling. It's so far removed from our reality, but still has parallels to our cultures enough to relate to it. But it's such a well thought out story and thought out environment and people and culture that you feel like you could read it and don't feel like it's dated. So after reading the book and then going into the movie, I was really excited to see how it would be brought to life and was just so impressed. A big part of the experience of the film was the music. Hans Zimmer's music was just off the charts. I hope that we've got those same, and I hope there's something more. I hope there's a bit more. I hope there's additions to the soundtrack that build on what Hans Zimmer's already done, which was absolutely amazing. We've got all the same characters and a few more. So we've got Timothée Chalamet, obviously playing Paul Atreides, who did a fantastic job. He's got just that jawline. He's got the beautiful hair. He looks like he's still 16 and that he will be 16 forever. And he's just brilliant in the role. Zendaya, she acted across from him and wasn't really too much in the film, but had, really good parts for the time she was. She did a good job for what she was. Stellan Skarsgård, who plays Vladimir Harkonnen, is just repulsive, gross, disgusting. He does such a fantastic job. And he's just been a really good hot streak recently. I mean, Andor, if you haven't seen Andor, watch it immediately. He plays such a great role in that, and loved his portrayal of that character and his role as the evil Harkonnen baddie. And he's just so gross. And, they put him in such gross environments as well. Like, everything's clean and he's coming out of this black, oily, bubbly liquid. We've got Florence Pugh playing the introduction to every chapter, Princess Irulan. And Florence Pugh's great. I've loved her in Midsommar. I've loved her in, the Marvel Universe, playing her role across from Black Widow. She's just a great actress. She's very authentic and real. And it'll be interesting to see how she plays a regal kind of princess character in this. Christopher Walken's in this as the Grand Emperor, and he still got it. He's just Christopher Walken, and I'll be interested to see how they make him look. I hope they get a little bit of a snapshot of him in the trailer, but we've still got time. There's still the movie comes out in November, so we've still got a bit of time, and maybe they'll give a big reveal in this trailer, but maybe they'll keep that for later. Austin Butler. If you don't know Austin Butler, he was just in the Elvis movie, and I saw him and I thought I recognized him. He looked familiar. I Googled him, and the first place I actually saw him was in the Shannara Chronicles. If you've seen the Shannara Chronicles, the MTV produced series about the books, you would recognize him. He was great in that. I don't know if that was, had great moments, had potential, but it just was, the vibe was wrong, I felt, for that. But he was great in it, and I've actually loved how he's kind of, I've seen him do that. I haven't seen him do anything else since, but he's gone from that to Elvis to now Dune, and he's really now creating a really good career for himself. So that's exciting, and I'm excited to see what he looks like and how he plays off of Paul Atreides. So with that all down, let us get into it and see the trailer.
It's breathtaking. When you see sand here, imagine water. If you dive in, You can't reach the bottom.
You dive in.
Yes, it's called swimming.
I don't believe you.
Immediately, I am so interested in their relationship. Their chemistry seems really authentic and genuine, and they're just such great actors, and they really picked them out well. So that's great. Great.
In the shadows of Arrakis lie many secrets. But the darkest of them all may remain.
Florence Pugh doing her journal entries, and that lady yelling in the background.
The end of House Atreides.
Your father didn't believe in revenge.
What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Question. Ooh, there he is. Our good old friend Elvis. We'll see if he has the Elvis voice in this as well, but looking pretty menacing, just pale as hell, and kind of getting some Prometheus vibes. If you've seen Prometheus, these alien humanoid creatures, I'm sure they use the same makeup, but looking cool, looking very, very cool. Austin Butler, my man.
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Okay, sandworm action.
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know
Paul
that.
Atreides, baby.
Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty cool. You obviously expect some sandworm action, but that scene looks like everything I want from a Dune movie, and the translation of something like that, which can feel a bit bombastic, to have a man jump onto a worm and ride him with some hooks, can come across like a bit cheesy, or the scale of it can be difficult to film in a way but that almost felt like real tight and close up and sandy and in your face, and it looks so cool. This is I don't see IMAX movies too often, but if this is playing in IMAX, this is definitely something I'd want to watch in IMAX just because of the scale of everything. Very, 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 very cool. Very cool. Thopters. Black and
You'll
white.
never lose me, Paul Atreides.
Oh, is that Florence Pugh?
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope! May thy knife chip and shatter.
Whew, hectic. Well, I mean, in Denis Villeneuve we trust, because this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I think it's a lot of people's most anticipated movies. The first one was great, but my expectations were really high, and I feel like this trailer met those expectations. Really interesting to see some of those characters. We see Feyd-Rautha and he looks really cool. He looks. I can't wait to see the battle that him and Paul Atreides have, and yeah, just the design of this world feels so real. The shot there, I think it was Florence Pugh with like this chainmail over her face, and just the costume design. I mean, the people involved in this, they should all get awards of some kind because it's just so amazing. I'm sure they'll win all the Oscars just like the first part did. Yeah, the sandworm scene was epic, so cool, and that scene at the end with the just looks like millions of people there. It's like next level Lord of the Rings scale with the orcs. I feel like I haven't seen a movie that scene of that crowd, at least that close up one they had, didn't look so CGI like a lot of big battles do, and that was, I don't know if it is CGI or not, but it looks really, really good. Yeah, overall, I mean, if you liked the first part, it would be really weird if you didn't like the second part, because this is just feels like the continuation of that story. Like they stopped and now they're they're going forward with the same tone, the same feel, the same characters and everything. But from all accounts, it sounds like the second half is going to be a lot more intense. I mean, the first part, everyone said, a lot of people said was a bit slow, and that was kind of the gripe they had with it. I didn't mind. I thought it was, the pacing felt right and felt good, and the book has a natural kind of halfway point which they finished on. So seeing this next half is going to be a lot more action heavy, battle heavy, and a lot more excitement, I think, in that way. But what did you think? Did you like it? Are you excited? Are you more excited after watching this trailer? Do you feel as though you had a few things that you're worried about? We didn't see Christopher Walken, which I'm fine with. I think that's okay. Keep some stuff hidden. We don't want to see too much in the trailers, just enough to keep us invested and to see what's happening. We didn't really get too much of the story of what this is going to be, which again is also fine. I don't think we need to know the story. We've invested in the first half anyway, but leave as much as possible for the film and just give us those beautiful shots, that beautiful cinematography. I'm happy with it. I think it's great, and I cannot wait to see it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, or you can even subscribe. Do a good thing. And if you don't want to do either of those, that's fine. Do something else. Go find your mum. I'm sure she hasn't heard from you in a while because of your hectic life. Go give her a hug. Send her a message. And I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that I sent you to do that. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.